Okay. So there's like a rotation or something, or it's who I last interacted. Well, I didn't really interact with him most recently. But there's like multiple factions, multiple locations. I don't know if it's location based or what their voting party is. But like, this is not the Necromancer. So it's not your core party or anything like that. Oh. Session notes. That is like D&D. Alright, so last time you got through the whole intro sequence, just a day ago, a local tea shop exploded, and it's your job to figure out why. For some reason, you woke up at the bottom of a morgue. Great start. You had a little chat with Vishkin, the pale-faced local mortician. Then you went out to explore the city. Now, Tulsa is a pretty big place, but just the tiny snippet that you're focused on already has a ton of people around. You had a ton to look at. Now, if you need to find the Goblin Chieftain, now you still need to find that Goblin Chieftain, Chris. I'm just being given notes on where I'm going by Chris. Okay. Sure. There's layers of what's going on in this game. It's wild.
Hello again, Cleric. Can I help you?
He's not exactly happy to speak with you, but he is happy to gain your favor. What about Charm Person?
Charm Person! Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all the spellcasters are required to be registered in Norvik.
It's the same in all not completely chaotic city-states.
There are certain spells that just are not allowed at all, like Fireball, as a popular example. But Charm Person is, despite its devilish mind control, legal. If it is cast by a registered cleric or a city-hired interrogating mage. Private entities are not allowed to learn or cast it, although I can promise you many still do.
People don't tend to like it when I cast Charm Person on them.
That's understandable. Folk tend to enjoy agency. Free will, you know, it's pretty popular. But if you ask me, it's overrated. People don't know what's best for them.
Alright. Can I cast it on you?
Sure, but it'd be a waste, since I'm already your friend, Cleric.
He shoots you a devilish grin. He lied as easily as he breathed. I have some questions about a PPG.
A permission of public gathering. Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at.
He looks over his shoulder. He is aware of the dwarves' plight.
He finds the dwarves as annoying as you do.
I don't find them annoying. What would you look for if you're investigating a PPG?
Wording. Legalese can get pretty complicated.
I feel bad that I already resolved it now, because I'm like, wait, could I have changed it? Was this the character to talk to?
Legalese can get pretty complicated, and a good barrister could twist that stuff into oblivion. Other than that, I'd check the basics. Names, spelling, dates. A little lithographic error can cause a landslide of troubles.
He smirks. I know from experience. The Asgard dwarves got an expired PPG.
Expired? Huh. Strange.
Why is that strange?
Just seems like such a strange mistake. Asgulus are known for many things, but a mistake like that ain't one of them. I don't know, just seems strange. Though if the dwarves got an expired document, they should leave. They have no legal right to be there.
What's a PPG?
The imp takes a deep breath. A permission of public gathering is a legal document showing the intent of the magistrate of a certain district to allow an individual of a party representative of the individual to gather in a public square such as the town square, a street or city tunnel, or perform, protest, exclaim, fraternize, or any other non-commercial activity.
Can I have a PPG?
Not for me. Ask Darrow. Or maybe don't, unless you got some really important message to deliver the people.
Darrow who?
Magistrate of Tolstad. He's in charge here, basically. Arguably. He says the quiet part out loud for comedic effect.
How long does it take to get a PPG?
A week, depending on your contacts and your pouch.
That's all about the PPG.
I'm getting hungry. Should get a snack soon.
He stares off into the distance.
Oh, you were saying?
You hear about the tea shop?
Yeah, of course. Pretty hard to miss when flying past Tolstead.
What's your take?
It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear.
Why do you think it blew up?
Honestly, haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War. And you didn't hear this from me, but
that little fellow trusts you. He is your friend.
The scorch marks look like those from a fireball.
He does not trust me.
But not the kind you get from a trigger-happy pit fiend. We're talking high-level wizard stuff. Be careful, Cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds makes it clear to me that it's all a big cover-up. Won't be the first time that a city-trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinge.
There is corruption in every system, even in the great city of Norvik.
Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend or an elemental. I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Kargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows?
I think it's a rogue spellcaster.
It's the simplest answer. But I'd suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop, who knows what feathers were ruffled, eh?
He gives you an ominous chuckle. Citizen. Alright, we finished talking to the little guy. Little guy about the stuff. Spooky tunnel. Probably looking on the goblin stitch first. The goblin garden is ahead. You feel it. Nature seeps through the cracks. What's that? A shard. Oh yeah, a shard of yore. Hello, Goblin. Snell.
Gah!
I rolled so shit that nothing was revealed on the entire sheet. Alright, Snell, how you doing? What if I stole from Snell? Snell's notepad. Bonus dexterity and charisma and minus strength. Easier to steal than expected, except for the part where, of course, I have a -4 to dexterity. You find a goblin standing at the tip of Toasted.
His clothes are fit for a Reedsian trader, and his haircut is fit for an Ascani nobleman, a superficial fellow.
Behind him, a vast view of the mouth of River Torna.
A little weasel.
Let me guess, you're the cleric?
The cleric.
Yes. Yes, I am, do you want to keep reassuring them I'm a cleric? I don't know. Yes, I am the cleric, that's me. He nods, looking tired and annoyed. I'm Snell, runner and handler of the HWBT. Old lady's been waiting for you. Old lady? His wife? Greet the goblin kindly. This is the beginning of a great cultural cooperation and exchange. Squat down. Hello, goblin. How to talk to short people. Oh no. Nice to meet you, Snell. Perform the traditional goblin salute. You raise your arms up in the air, as one should when greeting an uncivilized tribal goblin. Uh-oh.
What the fuck are you doing?
Cleric, what are you doing? Shake your hands a little, not feeling it? The goblin does not respond, nor does he raise his own arms. Instead, he simply stares at you. His expression speaks of pain. Please, cleric, stop it. You feel great shame. Lower your arms. The goblin clears his throat. The goblin looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words. Sleep deprived? Exasperated, more like. Okay. Right. Head down to the garden throne, but, he waves his claw toward you. What's all this? You look like a human shit. You've been floating around in the banks of the river. Your uniform shows it. He is making a playful jab. Don't worry about it. The gall. You should teach him a lesson. I fell into the river. He gives a shocked laugh. Wait, really? It's fine. Somebody fished me up. Huh. Lucky you, I suppose. Just dust yourself off. The dragon's waiting, and trust me, you don't want to disappoint her. Even further. Tell me more about this lady. Sure. For starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norvik. And considering there was an explosion yesterday right in the middle of her territory, I think it's about time you do your damn job, Cleric. Rude. You are on a holy mission. You cannot rush such things. Is she spooky? Yeah, real scary. Insult her and she'll bite your head off. Then she'll scorch your corpse to dust. He laughs and crosses his arms. But seriously, she will fuck you up if you annoy her. Not a jest. I'm not afraid of her. Famous last words. Okay, lead me to her. Good, but just to make it perfectly clear, some ground rules. Don't say anything stupid. Oops. Don't climb the trees. Stay away from the edges, and, he grins, showing off his polished fangs. Enjoy the garden, Cleric. The goblin scurries down the stairs. He seems to be in a hurry. He is nervous. That makes you nervous. Your body trembles. Tell her what she wants to hear, and you'll be fine. You look out over the river. The cold Ascani winds seep through the cracks of your helmet. Earth be blessed. He is always with you. Follow him down the stairs. You do so with great stride. Yeah, sure. Or I don't. Whee! I just fuck off in a different direction. Yeah, let's get a little narrative context. I can explore this area later. The sacred river fights against red rocks. I guess? Doesn't give river vibes, it gives ocean vibes, but I guess so. These railings follow the Safety Council's standards of 22. Which sets it apart from the other one that didn't. A dank smell from below. Oh, little wandering lights. I have a wandering light. Well, I have a following light. Look at it go, following me. Cool. I talk to those characters. Who was that? Big mushroom creature. Neswicala Nessun of the Green. Hey, my actual specialty. Elf. Pymia. Level 6 Druid. Unbothered. Moisturized. Happy. In her lane. Alright, there might be a few memes and references in this game. She is focused on her work, but she does not seek strife. She will help you if you do not pose a threat. Her knowledge goes deep, far below the city. Learn from her and her loneliness. Big wisdom character. Matches up with my character a lot with high wisdom, low intelligence. Did not learn alignment. I guess if alignment's usually DC 20, then I almost never get to learn it then. I only learned the one from the orc, probably. Speak with animals. Swamp extract. He looks goofy. At the top of the garden lookout, you see a strange creature hunched over. She appears to be massaging some shrooms. Underneath a large red hat, her drooping gaze slowly glides towards you. Not a hat. She's got an actual mushroom growing out of her skull. The elf drops a final piece of mushroom into the bowl on the table and gives you a creepy grin. Elf. Scary primal overlords of the forest. Rare in Norvik, but they've got their hidden roots all over Asken. Nice corner you got here. Slowly, and in an appropriate dramatic fashion, she widens her eyes to reveal piercing red pupils. And her grin widens even more, somehow. Her expression leaves your legs weak, and not in a good way. Oh god, she's trouble. She's real trouble. Just look at the side of her head. Look at those ears, white hair, ashen hue, and those eyes. An elf? Aren't they rare? In your days, you've only seen a handful of those gangly freaks. Elves don't hang around in Norvik a lot. They usually stay away from lesser folk. But look at her. This is no elf of Ilium. This is one of those dark elves. Hello, elf. You hear a guttural chuckle leave her lips.
A man delves into the garden, his sight set on the mysterious below. Are you that man?
Am I that man? More or less.
She's just being dramatic.
I'm somewhere between yes and no.
Good. Do not see realms in categories. See the in-between.
The elf stammers? Or is that a dialect? The elf does not as much stammer as she tastes some words more than others. She turns around, her red eyes glimmering beyond a mist of spores.
Ness Wikala the Green. Call me Nisan.
Nessan?
I am underling to Hierophant Ophidana.
That is ridiculous. Why would a dark elf be an understudy of an elephant?
As you look into her eyes, you can feel it. She communes with nature itself on the regular.
You're the understudy of an elephant? He just gives you a goofy smile.
That's not what that means, human. I am a druid in your tongue.
Primal spellcaster, often balance keeping actors across and below the coast. Known to commune with flora and fauna.
I've spent my days handling primal forces, that which grows and decays. Do you know much of it?
It's about nature spirits, right? Like warlockism.
Spirits do inhabit all living things. Although, compared to making a deal with some fiend, I can promise you trees are much more austere.
She lowers her gaze for what you realize is the first time since she raised it.
I would like to hear your tale, human. There is much to be learned from your folk and your settlement in this band.
Settlement?
Settlement. It's a great city-state, not some lone village. How suitable is your lifestyle? How sustainable is your lifestyle?
I'm supposed to know that?
I do not mean an exact number of hours or even years until you run out of natural resources. Just an approximation, and perhaps a toll of the impact on others in your vicinity.
Sustainable?
How do you replenish the resources you consume? And if you do not, how many years until depletion?
You mean me in particular or my people?
Both, or either.
She presses down a mushroom in her bowl, sending out a puff of spores into the air. You want to answer now?
If you have it. But there is no stress.
Think about it. The elf speaks of the realm. How long until your way of life collapses?
To keep one balanced with the primal forces of the land is the only way to live.
What was the question again?
She tilts her head, a smirk spreading on her lips. How sustainable is your lifestyle?
I, personally, could live on an apple a day. That's pretty sustainable.
Oh, that's not good at all, human. Your kind requires much more sustenance.
A true statement. Please consume food.
Not this guy.
Pose with your thumbs in the air. She shows you a worried expression.
Care for yourself. Do not let the idealization of a goal hinder a healthy lifestyle.
She gives you some of the mushrooms from her bowl.
The swamp extract. Please, eat. It is as the hedonists say. Listen to your empty stomach.
Kind mushroom lady. Wonderful.
He places a palm against the rough floor. Elfidana has helped keep the undersea from being overtaken by unbalancing powers. Demigods, fiends, celestials, your human arcanists. Each creates a power that not only overtakes the primal, they do so with ease. That great war your kind waged upon one another delayed it, but I do certainly believe it is inevitable. She speaks of the unsustainable nature of magic.
Don't worry, nature always survives.
Most often it does, but look at your so-called burned coast and those cursed lands in Diminor. Nature makes it through most things, but there are forces in this world that can wring the life out of every band if it so wishes. Magic is not what it used to be, but she is wise to stay. We must must stay vigilant.
She takes a deep and deliberate breath.
Now, enough of complicated topics. Tell me, human, do you have a mate?
The elf speaks of nature as a close ally. You should... Wait. What did she just ask? Stare at her.
Well?
What's going on up there? Your cheeks clench.
No, not good.
Calm down. This is not a hostile situation. Elaborate?
Of course. I apologize if I was vague, human. I only mean most humans in this settlement group in pairs. I wondered if those of your kind do the same, form such long-term committed partnerships.
She did not have ill intent in her original inquiry. No, I am married to my work. She lowers her mushroom cap and sighs.
I see. It is the same here, then. The path of an esoteric guardian is to be alone.
You're never alone, even when it feels like you are. The elf starts adding some kind of oily liquid to her mushroom bowl.
If this old elf can guide you in any way, make it so. If not, I will return to my toil.
Oh? Show your primal attunement. 16 DC. +1 from being exhausted, -5 from she pities you in your hungry stomach. Maybe I should talk to her more before that. What are you voting for in the election?
I am not a citizen of Norvik.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
What do you know about the tea shop?
Only that the roots whispered to me.
The elf leans closer, twisting her head to the side.
You must delve deep, human. Something rotten happened that day. The green quakes. They fear what's to come. They whisper.
Oh, do they whisper anything useful? She leans back and lets out a resigned sigh.
You do not speak with trees often, do you?
You should stop and listen more often.
Insane behavior.
So you were here when it exploded?
No, I was much further below.
And what did the goblins whisper about it?
That the city is at fault. That Lady Sageleaf should take over. The usual.
What do you think happened?
I will not deliberate on things I have no knowledge about.
Refreshing sentiment. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You don't look like an elf.
What do elves look like?
Maybe you do look like an elf. She nods.
We do not call ourselves that, but to your people, yes, I am an elf. Parmea.
Closes her eyes.
Pimaya yoioli tayanya taisya. We are the elves of the stars.
Parmea is our name for their people, but it is not correct. Remember that.
Any questions?
You speak Elvish? Impressive. She looks to the side, then back to you.
Your grasp on the The human tongue is remarkable as well.
She's too kind. Do your people have a great civilization below?
No. I believe your people would call us nomads.
So you're from the Undercoast. How do I get there?
Holes and tunnels. There are more than enough, even within viewing distance. Though I'd recommend gaining Lady Sageleaf's approval first.
I don't like elves. I've got some other questions. Calm down. It's already a bit much to be like, wow, you're so good at speaking the language that your people speak. Show your primal attunement? Oh my god. Way more 20s and 1s than you would think. Do I have 2 20s and 2 1s so far? Weird. You kneel. You need to prove it. Your attunement to nature.
Interesting. Yes, yes.
She places the bowl from her desk to the ground before you. You must show that you've learned what you've learned in your studies. The primal forces are complicated, but you can still sense the tingle of your strings through every branch and mushroom. Hold your hand over the bowl.
As you reach out,
the elf hums. She then moves the bowl even closer to you. You believe that is all you require. Magic is not an exact science, despite what the instructors in the towers used to tell you. The esoteric in your realm does not conform to rules. That is the only rule they truly follow. Now, feel the oily mushrooms inside this bowl. The strings within them, around them. Grab one of them, change it. Twist a string. Good. What was that? Whoa. Some shit happened and it then went away. At first, nothing. Then a twinge. Whatever you touched, it is connected with the spores, the growth, the decay. You did little, but you did something. The elf nods. What did I do?
You ruined my brew.
It's fine. Listen. Oh, whoops. She laughs.
You caused the fungi in the bowl to change acidity. It's subtle, but it's there. You performed an act of druidcraft, human.
The druidcraft to unlock unique interactions and use druidcraft to unlock unique interactions in the natural world. Of course, I'm a natural.
You are, aren't you?
Nessan grabs the bowl and pours the mushy mushrooms onto the ground. The contents wriggle before you. I made the mushroom come to life? She looks up, reassuring you.
No, they are supposed to move like that.
You did not perform that big of an esoteric feat. Not yet, at least. She chuckles and puts the bowl back on her desk.
Perhaps you can be one human I share knowledge with, if that is what you wish.
I love plants. Give her a thumbs up. Class conflict updated, primal kin completed. Huh.
Very well. What do you want to know, human?
What's going on with my character now? I wonder. Is this charm person? Yeah. That would make bad things happen, potentially. I want to learn how to speak with animals.
That shouldn't be too hard. Here, a spell scroll to get you started. Cast it when you have an animal to speak with, and you should be able to hold a conversation as long as you can keep up.
What is druidcraft, really?
I would call it a most useful path of communication with nature. It can be used for many a thing, but for you, I would suggest focusing on the basics. Use it to move peacefully through the roots and to show your balanced nature to those primal spirits who roam below. Can druids create magical food, perhaps? Certainly. There is a spell that would be very useful to you, since you're on the run all the time. Good apple. It creates 5 apples. Each can feed a grown man for a full day. Although, considering your diet, you could probably down a couple.
Oh, I love apples. Can I have that spell, please?
I don't have that spell scroll, sorry. But I do seem to remember. I handed one to Moongore. She might keep one in the roots of Pooh.
Moongore?
One of Sageleaf's enforcers. A bugbear, lovely woman. Quite the bite on her. What is she implying? The elf is quite the provoker. Horrible.
How can I get that good apple scroll?
Just tell her I sent you. Moongore and I are friends, you see.
Are these apples real or fake?
They're real. I've customized the spell myself in the process of helping Sageleaf's apple strains down here. Magically created, yes, but real. Good, good. Good, good.
Are you mocking me? Can nature protect me?
Of course, with bark skin. I do have a spell scroll of it, but it's down in the roots below the garden. If you pass by, take it. I keep a cache hidden underneath Lord Pooh.
Pooh?
A cute nickname. She giggles. We have a password. Just say Minun Sexikas Puni, and he'll open right up. You can have the other stuff inside as well, since Sageleaf wants you to succeed. Minun Sexikas Puni.
I'm gonna forget it, and it's gonna kill me, probably. What does that mean?
Flattery of the highest kind.
She gives you a creepy smile.
Just give the password, and he will grant you access.
What are these primal forces?
Nature. Her face says it is self-explanatory. That includes, but is not limited to, elements, life, anything that grows, really. It is that which exists at the core of all. But even after alterations, it remains within. Generally speaking, a clump of ore will be more primal than a forged blade. In short, the primal emerges from natural energies.
Not following. Not interested either. Damn. What differs primal from arcane and divine forces? She squints and stares at you for a while.
The answer to that could be many. I would lean towards saying that they differ in only origin. But that origin makes all the difference in the world.
How do you mean?
I do not know. It is like forces that flow through your strings. Some flow from divine sources, Some flow from natural, primal sources, while the arcane, it is more like plucking those strings themselves. Editing the rules, something like that. She gives you a slow nod. Thank you. That's all the magic questions for now. I will have magic questions. Bye. More questions about druid magic? Don't, do I? No. It was just lit up strangely for that. That's it. Bye. Whoa. Was that like on here now? I do have 1 point in druid now. Is that over here? Phoenix Folio. Primal Kin. Convince Nissan to teach you primal magic if you're so inclined. Completed. It doesn't give me a... Huh. They can be completed without giving me a perk? Huh. I thought that was like the premise of all this usually. Ruffled Feathers. The owner of the tea shop's unaccounted for. Locate this bird man and find out what he knows. Oh, is he going to be a Kenku that only can repeat what other people say? That'll be fun. The 3 points to Asculus, no other professions, but I do have 3 points in the Cleric, 1 point to Druid now. And then Druid is rather predictably the Wisdom stat, as it's just like it is in D&D. Yeah, Cleric is strength oriented, because that's what they specifically associate as being the faith-based stat. I do like playing druids instead of clerics. So if I start focusing more on druid, will my title change to druid and I'll stop being called the cleric anymore? That's interesting to think about. Got so many apples to fix myself with. Druid craft. Transmutation cantrip. Whispering to the spirits of nature, you create a tiny harmless sensory effect that follows you. This effect allows you to engage with primal entities that would otherwise hide from your presence. Can I just activate it? My little guy. I wonder if the goblins will talk to me, or the gnomes or whatever that were there. And I speak with animals. Gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration of the spell. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whether they can perceive or have perceived, including whatever they have perceived or within the past day. For 10 minutes, which isn't that long, given how long these conversations tend to be, it seems. There's just little guys all around. Huh. Yeah, y'all weren't there a second ago. Well, this might have revealed all sorts of things. But that's going to be a problem for next time, I think. This game is dense. It is amusing just seeing how much how little ground I can cover in like a 3-hour session, as far as like actually moving around goes. That's just the density of the setting, though. Because signs point towards there not necessarily being that much map. We have a second map, though. Okay. We were in Tolstad, but now we're in the Goblin Garden, which is under Tolstad. And there is still another map elsewhere, too. Okay, so there's going to be more maps than I thought there was going to be initially. That makes a bit more sense. We've only barely begun here. I could be here for ages. I'm looking forward to it, too. That'll be for some other time. It is 11 p.m. I'm going to bed. Bye!